Red River wasn't always red, but that night it bled like an old wound. They found a hat floating near the bend, a weathered brim burned on one side, and a name carved into the leather: Jack. The town was quiet that morning. Smoke still curled from the north ridge, the air thick with the smell of iron and wet dust. No one spoke it aloud, but everyone felt it. Something had returned, or maybe something refused to leave. At the saloon, an old clock ticked louder than the men inside. The stranger sat in the corner, his coat dusty, his eyes slow and heavy, like he'd seen this all before. He ordered coffee, black as the ashes outside. "Name's Eli. I'm looking for a ghost." The bartender didn't look up. "In Red River, we've got plenty." Eli placed a folded wanted poster on the bar. The ink was faded, but the face beneath the hat was clear enough to see. Jack Monroe, dead or alive. The wind picked up outside. Someone's horse whinnied uneasy. Eli didn't turn around. He said, "Sometimes the dead prefer the alive part." By dusk, Eli rode out to the ridge. The ground still smoked where Lily's ranch once stood. Black beams, warped metal, a wedding ring half melted in the dirt. He crouched, lifted a handful of ash, still warm. He found hoof prints, 2 sets, one lighter, a woman's horse, one deeper, unsteady, a man's. The trail led toward the river. At the bend, Eli saw something glint in the mud, a shell casing. Still clean. He pocketed it and looked up. The moon was rising, red, round, and watching. Behind him, brush cracked. Eli froze. He spoke without turning. "If you're out there, friend, you're late." A voice answered from the dark, low, familiar. "You're the one chasing ghosts." Eli smiled. "Maybe, or maybe I'm just trying to see which ones are still breathing." A flash, gunfire, the bark of revolvers. Eli dove behind a stump, rolled, fired twice. Sparks lit the ridge like lightning trapped in wood. He hit someone, heard a grunt, then silence. When he stood, there was only a blood trail leading back toward the water. Eli followed slow. He found a body, young, wearing a red scarf. Not Jack. But clutched in the dead man's hand was a letter, sealed with wax. The same emblem Lily once used. The seal was cracked. Inside, just 2 words: "He's alive." Eli sat by the water until sunrise. The letter lay beside him, the ink bleeding into the soil. He looked at the hat again, Jack's hat, and whispered, "You fool, you really did come back." From behind him, the sheriff's voice, tired, thin. "Eli, you should leave this alone." Eli turned. "Can't. Not when ghosts send mail." The sheriff stepped closer. "You think he's alive?" Eli nodded. "Alive or worse. Either way, he's still out there." They stood in silence, watching the water. The sun crawled up, spilling gold on red. He placed the hat on the river, brim to the east, like a man saluting dawn. The current caught it, slow, steady, then turned it gently upstream. The sheriff muttered, "That ain't natural." Eli smiled. Neither was Jack. As the hat drifted against the flow, the wind picked up, and for a heartbeat, the river sounded like hooves. Some stories end with a grave. Others keep riding. Red River stayed red for years. No one found Jack Monroe. But sometimes, on quiet mornings, a horse prints the mud near Lily's old ranch and disappears before the sun reaches it. They say it's the ghost of a man who never stopped trying to go home. But Eli knows better. It's not a ghost. It's a promise, still keeping pace with the river.